Greetings, Prolux fans, especially those of you who've gotten an X8 Elite. This is a great backpack machine. Best one I've ever used, very compact, very powerful. And if you want to take a look at the playlist, you'll see a whole bunch of videos featuring me using this machine. So you can use this machine straight suction. A lot of people will, right? Okay, that's fantastic. Hook up whatever you need to hook up for the end of the nozzle here. But this is electrified. So with this cable, which is 14 inches long, you can go and plug it in, and you will get power to your power nozzle. See, and it's got another power end right here. But, and I mentioned this to Prolux, I haven't heard anything back yet. Let me show you what the issue is. Now imagine there's a person here and, they have it installed on their back. All right, so they're doing whatever it is you're doing. And this particular hose and swivel joint is going to swivel, back and forth. All right, so right here, it's not really straining this cable much. I mean, this isn't that bad. I wouldn't be calling it out or complaining about it if that's all it did. But the problem is you end up twisting this hose periodically. I mean, let's face it, it does happen. Sometimes it gets twisted like this, sometimes it's twisted around the other side, and you can see what the issue is, right? When it gets twisted 180 degrees, which is literally bound to happen. So this particular Pigtail vacuum cord just isn't long enough. So there is a solution. If you go to eBay and you search vacuum pigtail cord, you can find this one. And instead of 14 inches, this one is 19 inches long. And I just got this a couple days ago, and guess what? It's wonderful. It was only $8. We might have to make a very tiny modification to it in order to make it work, shall we say, a little more smoothly, but it's a great addition to this particular backpack vacuum because now, right, if you plug this in, let's see, plug it in the other way, there we go. Now when you plug this in, you can see you have an awful lot of increased range of movement. You can even really twist this thing around and it's not going to pull on the cord. I mean, yeah, just that extra 5 inches makes all the difference in the world. Now, there's one thing that I have noticed with this particular cord, and there's several of them to choose from, is that these ends right here aren't exact. They're very, very close, extremely close, but they aren't exact. And let me show you what I mean. All right, let's see how well this shows up, because this is going to be really difficult to show you, especially if it doesn't focus. All right, so hopefully we have a focus here. So if I put both of the cables together, you can see they look really similar, extremely similar. Here, I'll put the little prongs together, right? That's a pretty good match. But if you take a look at this angle right here, you'll see that there is a very slight difference in the molding, right? So what the deal is that this longer 19-inch cable is a little bit too tall or thick right on this edge, right here where I'm touching my fingernail. So all you need to do, I'm just going to take this cheap old knife I've had forever and slice off maybe about 1 millimeter right where my fingernail is. I'm going to slice that off here down about, I'd probably say about there, maybe 1/3 of an inch or so. It's not that big a deal because I've done it before. So many years ago, for a Hoover Turbo 5000, I got this Pigtail to help me adapt a newer power nozzle to an older machine. And as you can see on the top, see there's a little mark right there? This is a little different, so I had to go and shave off the top of this. I mean, just a tiny bit to make a perfect fit, so I didn't have to bend the prongs when I put this end in. This end I didn't have to do anything with. Oh, and by the way, in case you were wondering, these ends right here, these other ends that plug into the hose connection, they are the same. They fit in just fine. Yeah, no big deal. So how about we go and make a small adjustment to the 19-inch cable, and then I'll bring you back. There, if you want to see my progress, I've just made a very, very thin cut. See what you have? See? Very, very easy to do. Just takes a couple minutes. So the job is done. So let's see how well it fits. Yep, slides right in, and you don't have to bend anything. So that's good. Now let's see, this one I think likes to go in the other way. Yeah, fits a little bit better that way. So now, see that movement? You have plenty of extra cord, and it's not going to abnormally stress or strain anything, and fits perfectly. So here you go, the $8 solution to this thing that is going to eventually probably pull out, bend, or break one way or another. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.